Happy Easter to everyone out there, and I hope that you're enjoying your long weekend into a brand new week. The holidays gradually coming to an end, and then of course tomorrow comes with a big bang and reality hits that you have to get back to work. For those of us who have been working, there's no holiday for us. We don't even really bother. But I want to say happy Easter to everyone who's celebrating. I know that you've had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I did, and I want to say congratulations to Kofi Patel's. We all celebrated him on the weekend, and his little baby girl that we love so much. It's always a good time to just hang with friends and colleagues and just have a great time together, you know. And I just loved it. And for the first time, I went to a new church. It was all right. It was okay. I had a great weekend, I must tell you. I slept a lot. I exercised a lot. I exercised a lot all the time. But I had enough sleep, you know. I slept a lot. I really did sleep a lot. I still will sleep today after work in preparation for the new week. My name is Marianne Nicole. This is Hard Facts. We're broadcasting live from our audio-visual studios right here in Itimi Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. And you can watch us live on YouTube and Facebook. Yes, of course. We're looking at the big three stories for today. You do not want to miss any of the conversations we're having, but we're starting on a very sad note. The Pope is dead. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at the big stories for today, shall we?
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the big three stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It is still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're broadcasting live from our audio-visual studios in Itimi Crescent, Victoria Island. I hope you're enjoying your Easter holiday. I am thinking about the food that's waiting for me at home. Yes, my landlady's so generous. And she's making food, so I cannot wait to get back and eat. You know how Kaba women can cook? They cook really well. Yeah, my landlady's an ethic woman. She's gorgeous. And she can cook. She puts her foot in it. Anyway, these are the big stories for today. Top on that story, not very great. The Pope has been in and out of the hospital. We've known that, Pope Francis has, been dealing with health issues. And today we hear that the Pope has died at the age of 88, and may his soul rest in peace. The Vatican obviously will be mourning, and all flags will be flying at a very low or half-mast. But according to the Vanguard newspaper, the Pope died today, a day after making a much hoped for appearance at St. Peter's Square on Easter Sunday. The Vatican said in a statement, I'd like to quote them: "Dearest brothers and sisters, it is with deep sorrow that I must announce the death of our Holy Father Francis," said Cardinal Kevin Farrell in a statement published by the Vatican on its Telegram channel. This morning at 7:35, that's 0535 GMT, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned home to the Father. And his entire life was dedicated to the service of the Lord and his church. Francis's death came just a day after he delighted crowds of worshippers at the Vatican on Easter Sunday with an appearance on the balcony at St. Peter's Basilica, despite still, trying to regain himself after a series of illnesses. Francis had come close to dying twice earlier this year while suffering from pneumonia. He spent at least 38 days in hospital before he was released on March 23. On Sunday, he wished the crowds on St. Peter's Square a happy Easter as he waved in his traditional Urbi et Orbi. That's to the city and the world, benediction. And he called for freedom of thought and tolerance. He will be missed by, of course, all those who are Catholics and those who love the Catholic Church and the Pope. Sad story, I guess. But let's move on to other matters. Back here in Nigeria, the North will soon decide who to support in 2027. Former special advisor to President Baba Ahmed Tinubu, Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, he's the special advisor on political matters. He recently resigned. I did tell you guys last week that he just recently resigned. Before he was appointed into the Tinubu administration, he was a spokesperson for the Northern Elders Forum. Yes, and he is the elder brother to the running mate of Peter Obi in the 2023 general elections. Yes, Dati Ahmed. Well, he has said that the North will soon define its political direction ahead of 2027's general election. And I'm wondering, with all the things that are happening, and don't get me wrong, please, everyone has a right to their opinion. But why are we talking about 2027 when people are dying in Benue, in Plateau, in Zamfara, in Borno? Boko Haram is gaining grounds. People are killed in Edo State, in Ebonyi. People are being killed in the in the southeast. Why are we talking about 2027? Has this administration been able to pin its or pinpoint the problems that we're facing in 2025? Have we been able to deal with hunger, starvation, insecurity, and all the problems that we have? Why are we talking about 2027? I know that politics will be politics, but how about what Nigerians want? Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I should shut up and just tell you what he said. Well, he made this declaration because it comes as no surprise, given that his background is that of a vocal advocate for emancipation of the North and its masses. Recall that previously he served as a spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum before taking up his appointment with President Tinubu, a position he recently relinquished to rejoin the struggle for Northern rights. Baba Ahmed, who recently resigned, made this statement in a video interview clip that went viral on social media on Sunday, which he appeared alongside Professor Usman Yusuf, former executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme. And all I'm thinking is, what do you think this means? What do you think this statement means, that the North will soon decide? They will soon decide who to support, not who will win, but who to support. Some people say it's coming across as a threat. Some others are saying, well, the North is tired and it's time that they put their feet on the ground. But then there are those who say, well, the North aided and abated Mr. President. So what are they complaining about? Too many sides to this story. But then a friend of how would I put it? A friend of the obedient movement did an interview, and I'm talking about his younger brother, Dati Baba Ahmed. I want to play you that clip. It's courtesy of Arise Television. Digital, please indulge me. He made a very interesting interview last week into the weekend, and it's also gone viral. So two brothers speaking almost around the same thing. A little bit different, but almost around the same thing. Let's listen to Dati Baba Ahmed, former running mate of Peter Obi for the 2023 presidential elections. Take a good listen and then let's see what we can make of it, okay? Here he goes.
Expects Tinubu to throw in the towel. If he is that smart politician that he turns out to be. You know me, I say the truth. For someone to have organized 2007, culminating in his electoral heist in 2023, that person must be super smart politician. I'm not praising him at all. It's not good to be what really he is that I don't want to say. But look, he skipped 2007 and jokingly made Atiku candidate, made Ribadu and somebody 11, made Buhari in 15, Buhari won, and then skipped 2019 and then stole 2023. If he is that smart, everything is there for him that he's going to lose 2027. If he is that smart, because everything is there. There are two possible candidates that I cannot mention, and they are the nemesis of Tinubu. Tinubu's time has come. It has been proven that APC is a lie. Buhari did not develop Nigeria. Buhari did not provide security. Buhari did not fight corruption. Neither will Tinubu ever do this. So going forward, I see APC losing this election. I see Nigerians somehow uniting. Listening to what someone like me is saying that, look, if you cannot practice this democracy, it's not for you. And then Nigerians will decide to come out and practice democracy for the first time. And then bad leadership will begin to have no hiding place in Nigeria. And then gradually we'll begin to heal our land. We'll begin to recover. We'll begin to unite and take each other's as fellow Nigerians, brothers and sisters. Their time is up.
That Baba Ahmed there, video courtesy of Arise Television. We're playing it on Hard Facts. This is the big weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and a lot of things happened on the weekend. Two brothers speaking about Tinubu's future come 2027. What do you think this means, by the way? And then finally, let's talk about insecurity. Security chiefs under fire over mass killings. Now, for you who's been following the news, Nigeria's security chiefs have been slammed over increasing terror attacks that resulted in mass killings, especially in the northern parts of the country. Security chiefs, according to stakeholders, may have been overwhelmed or treating the problem with kids' gloves. The wave of terrorism we hear has sparked public outrage across the country, especially with continuous killings in Plateau, Borno, Benue, and Katsina states, and the emergence of a new terror group, Mahmuda, aka Malam Group, in the north central. Mahmuda adds to the growing security concerns already worsened by Boko Haram, ISWAP, Lakura, and other bandit and militia groups. But do you think security chiefs are the problem? We've had these conversations over and over and over again. This whole week we've been talking about it. You heard from the former House of Representatives member from the Upper Week, from Taraba State. You also heard from the Kaduna Christian Association of Nigeria chairman. Tomorrow we're going to have a lawyer and an indigene of Plateau State, Bassa community to be exact, who's going to speak, I beg your pardon, about this issue firsthand. One who's also been a victim of some of these killings. It's a great conversation that we're going to be having tomorrow at 5. So you want to join the conversation. But first, do we think that the service chiefs are the problem of insecurity in this country? Because you see, we keep talking about the fact that, government is not doing this, government is not doing that. But are security chiefs the problem? Do you remember when Nigerians clamored for a change of security chiefs? What did it change? At some point, Buhari sent the security chiefs to the theater of war. What did it change? Tinubu did the same thing, was trying to tell these, send the IGP to, what did it change? So if we're trying the same thing over and over and over again and it's not working, what then? What then do we need to do? Welcome to Hard Facts. The phone lines are open, 0201-277-0993. That's the number for you to call. If you are male, for the female, 0201-465-7190. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Send us a message on X. Use the hashtag Hard Facts. And on WhatsApp, it's 08095975805. Join the conversation. 60 seconds is all you have. Hello. Welcome.
Miriam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, you have Mr. Mbako from Elasa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Miriam, talking about 2027, are you surprised? They will talk about 2027, how they will win the election and how they will lose the election. Why? Because the blood of innocent Nigeria are not the fire from them. That is the reason why you will see them busy talking about 2025. Because they are not there for...
Oh my goodness, Mr. Mba, I'm so sorry. You'd have to call us back. I'm so sorry. The line's cut you off there. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Yusuf Onimisi calling from Strudel.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the question you were asking, because someone said the North will decide who they are going to support next year, next 2027 election.
Hakim Baba Ahmed said that.
Yeah, I think he said that because if we see what's happening today, whosoever is coming for that presidential seat must get at least millions of votes from the North, because they now think that they are the one that will decide with their votes who is going to sit on that chair. That is why that man is saying what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and also, if you see what is happening now, the killings are going in the North, and it is now looking like a Netflix. They are not even talking about citizens. They will start talking about what they are going to do next year. Like Arsenal of politics now. They are not. They will promise that they will do this thing this season, and they will now be talking about next season. Because what's happening now is, I don't even understand. Then look at Mrs. Mary, and look at what you just said about the chief of security. Yes, they are the ones to be blamed for what's happening because they are being paid for it. If I have a company and I employ people to watch over it, especially, let's give the example of, let's say...
Okay, so I understand where you're coming from, but let me also paint a scenario. If you were to own a company that houses, about 1,000 people, and then you have just 2 security men at the gate to stop insecurity, how much work do you think that those people are able? I mean, what achievement do you think that those people are going to ever have? 2 people as against 1,000.
No, that's not going to be possible. That's not going
exactly.
To be possible.
How many security operators do we have in this country? How many policemen do we have in this country?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, Mrs. Marian, what I'm trying to say is that the chiefs of securities, they are being paid to do things. If what they are being paid to do, they can't do it with less numbers, they should what? Employ more numbers.
Okay. All right.
They should recruit more numbers so that
Thank
they
you.
can overcome what's happening. Are they going to sit and be collecting money for what they are being paid for? Then they will now be bringing of we are having less security numbers.
Thank you very much for calling. I have to let you go because of time. When we come back from the break, it's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Mariana Cohn. We're looking at the big 3 stories. In fact, the big weekend. And it's mostly about 2027. We'll be right back after these messages.
You are listening to your number 1 station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
How do we make our cooking come alive? Oh, for that tasty meal where you like, oh, I mean, you want cook food to impress, oh,
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepper Terra.
yeah, Pepe Terra.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal.
Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with Gloriana and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more. Register now and take your stand. Your time to shine is now at hand.
Registration is ongoing on www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Mom's love is pure. It's so no she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fries cheers you up. Mom's tasty stew nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra Oil helps Mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting her friend with her husband, knowing that. You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about. Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. My name is Shegwa Rinze.
This is the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from the nation's economic capital, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Mariana Cohen and we're live facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're looking at the big weekend, and like I always like to say, the weekend is always pregnant with stories that we get to Jojo about on the new week, or in the new week, I beg your pardon. And of course, we're asking you what your thoughts are on some of these stories. In case you're just joining us, these are the big stories from the weekend. The North will soon decide who to support in 2027, says Baba Ahmed. That's former spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum and former spokesperson, or rather former special advisor on political matters to President Baba Ahmed Tinubu. Just recently resigned. Security chiefs under fire over mass killings. And of course, Pope Francis just passed on after gracing the audience and the people in the Vatican with his presence over Easter. It's a sad day for Catholics all across the world. But most importantly, let's talk about this issue of insecurity here. The security chiefs being under fire, many have said that they're playing in kids' gloves. They're not serious about it. They're paying lip service to the killings all across the country. And before, we used to make it look like a northern problem. But then there are killings in Ondo. There are killings in Edo State. There are killings in Ebonyi. There are killings everywhere. And how do we make sure that these killings don't continue? There's been a wave of attacks. And I did remember asking last week the presidential spokesperson, Daniel Boala, who was, being a bit evasive about the situation and where government stands on it. Well, thank goodness the governor of Plateau State had taken a stand on what has been happening in his state. And this is what he had to say. I want to play that clip quickly for you. This video is courtesy of Channels Television. Take a listen, Lagos.
That is only part of the solution. The solution must come from the community. We have come to a point in time in Nigeria where every community must make arrangement to defend itself. There is no shying away from this. And let me assure you that I will never encourage lawlessness. But we can no longer afford to all of us go to sleep at the same time.
Just to add, the government had declared a dusk to dawn curfew for motorcycles, grazing, herders, no movement until 6 a.m. And several other things are in the works. But away from that, the politics of 2027 seems to be rearing its ugly head. Now, the elder brother of Dati Baba Ahmed, Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, has said that the North will soon decide who he will support in 2027. He says he's giving it 6 months. But here's his younger brother, former running mate of Peter Obi in the Labour Party. In the Labour Party's just concluded elections in 2023. And this is what he said on Arise Television over the weekend.
Expects Tinubu to throw in the towel. If he is that smart politician that he turns out to be. You know me, I say the truth. For someone to have organized 2007, culminating in his electoral heist in 2023, that person must be super smart politician. I'm not praising him at all. It's not good to be what really he is that I don't want to say. But look, he skipped 2007 and jokingly made Atiku candidate, made Ribadu and somebody 11, made Buhari in 15, Buhari won, and then skipped 2019 and then stole 2023. If he is that smart, everything is there for him that he's going to lose 2027. If he is that smart, because everything is there. There are 2 possible candidates that I cannot mention, and they are the nemesis of Tinubu. Tinubu's time has come. It has been proven that APC is a lie. Buhari did not develop Nigeria. Buhari did not provide security. Buhari did not fight corruption. Neither will Tinubu ever do this. So going forward, I see APC losing this election. I see Nigerians somehow uniting. Listening to what someone like me is saying that, look, if you cannot practice this democracy, it's not for you. And then Nigerians will decide to come out and practice democracy for the first time. And then bad leadership will begin to have no hiding place in Nigeria. And then gradually we'll begin to heal our land. We'll begin to recover. We'll begin to unite and take each other's as fellow Nigerians, brother.
Are we capable of this? Are we capable of uniting? Are we capable of, or is he just being hopeful? Is he hoping on hope that somehow this will happen? Or is it just, opposition, waxing lyrical? What are your thoughts? 0201 2770993. That's the number for you to call. You can also call 0201 465 7190. You can join the conversation if you're listening to us from outside of the country via WhatsApp. You can call us on WhatsApp 080-959-75805, only if you're listening from outside. But then you could also just send us a message on WhatsApp or on our Facebook Live or on our live stream on YouTube. We would love to hear from you. Join the conversation. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Miriam.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Thank you very much. My name is Peter Manse, calling from Shomolu.
Go ahead, please.
Now, Dr. Baba Ahmed has said it all. At the moment, APC has lost. Nigerians are already uniting. There is a common factor that has united us now. What is that common factor?
What is it?
Hunger, suffering, lack of security, and you are talking about services.
Peter, I'm so sorry to talk over you. I'm so sorry. Is this the first time that you guys have been hungry? You were hungry last year. The year before, you have been hungry. Insecurity. You have had insecurity for over a decade. This is not the first time. And you have still not been united. It didn't stop you at the polls in 2023. So I'm sorry. What has changed?
See, that's why I say nothing has changed, but the hunger has reached the boiling point that we cannot bear it again. Nigerians are united. We have spoken, and we will speak again when the time comes.
Okay.
This APC has to go. They have lost the election, so they should begin to pack and throw in the towel. It is over for them. Okay. You can't send security team out and you don't give them adequate equipment. The commander-in-chief is not serious fighting insecurity, so the service chief cannot do nothing.
All right.
Their time is up. They have to go.
Thank you, Peter, for calling. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
You have Emmanuel on the line. I'm speaking to you from Ekwe.
All right, Emmanuel, go ahead,
please. Pope Francis, is a man I will miss so much. He's a meek man, and for those conspirators who say he's probably going to be the last pope, I wonder what will happen in the next 6 months or 1 year. Let me come back to Nigeria. In the 2023 election, out of the 8-point-something million, probably President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, get 5-point-something, was from the north. And what did he use to pay them back? It was nepotism. A federal agent took into custody, young children who were protesting against hunger, probably 13, 14 years old, they were keeping in illegal detention at least for 3-4 months. That was what he used to pay them back. I know that if there is a formidable opposition in the next election, probably who has more bullies, than the APC. APC won't even stand a chance at all. Okay. Those are my comments for now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Manuel, for calling. I want to quickly read some of your messages, and I'll come back to the phone lines. But the numbers are 0201277093. That's 0201277093. I understand that the female line is still down, so apologies. You can all just call 0201277093. It's Easter Monday, ladies and gentlemen. What are you having for lunch? We'll talk about that on the other hour. But for now, I want to go to WhatsApp and read some of the messages that are coming in. This one says, Marianne, Nigerians will never cease to amaze me. They will still call to defend their white man worship, our ancestors. Oh, this is an old message. Okay. You have to send me another one, obviously. Ken here is saying, Femi from Ikorodu is saying, on insecurity in the country, I'm afraid this country is gradually becoming a failed state. The echo of self-defense was initially raised by retired Major General Danjuma in Taraba, then followed by David Mark in Benue. Now we're hearing the same call of self-defense by the governor of Plateau State. If the federal government allows Nigerians to resort to self-defense, then it is finished. Robert here says, there is no doubt that the APC has failed Nigerians in all entirety. I doubt if they will win the next election unless they rig it. There is nothing the government can do about the problem we're going through now because they lack ideas. It's all deceit and lies. Okay, Robert. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. The insecurity in Nigeria can never end. The reason is this. When Boko Haram came to Nigeria, Nigeria welcomed them by granting them amnesty. And they're still doing it, by the way, just so you know. Yesterday, I was watching television and I saw that some ridiculous amount of monies had been voted to rehabilitate repentant Boko Haram members. So yeah, that's a fact. He says that we gave them amnesty, rehabilitating them and further reintegrating them into society, and that gave birth to the emergence of various terrorist groups with different nomenclatures. Marianne, more terrorist groups are still coming. My sincere condolences to the Christian communities, especially the Catholic faith, for the pass of the Pope Francis. May his soul and the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Amen. This is from Priest Samuel from Apapa. All right. This one says, hi, Marianne. Happy Easter to you and the listeners of your show. The line is still bad, and that's why there's been no active participation from the female callers. Don't be lazy, Mr. Bully. Call the normal line. Try your luck. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne, and happy Easter. I hope you're enjoying the Easter holidays while I'm here. Do you notice that as the Jewish people Kuros crucify him, and God gave us a thief. So are most African electorates still preferring thieves to credible candidates in their elections today? Have you equally noticed that once food basket of the nation has now been turned into blood bank of the nation, and with the people in authority not minding but rather catching crews amidst the flow of citizens' blood? According to Chinua Achebe, there was a country. Comrade Godfrey sent us that message from Shrewsbury. Steve from Yaniki here says, the people who made Tinubu president are now telling him they don't trust him again. So why are they doubting or complaining about it? Anyone going to dine with the devil should know the length of his spoon. It is not our headache at all. The praise singers have long been calling us wailers. We're still wailing. Steve, thank you for your message. This one here is from Greg in Ikorodu. Greg says, I get scared when people start talking about 2027 instead of looking for a solution to what's going on now. I tell you for free, majority of Nigerians will not live to see 2027 if nothing is done to curb what is going on now. Our lives are threatened every day by hunger, by poverty, banditry, corruption, darkness, and other inhumane factors. And people are talking about 2027. No! We should talk about today the hunger, the scarcity, and the poverty. A sitting president can be impeached if he fails to do the right thing. Tinubu is not a god. He should resign or be impeached. Pope, who's going to impeach him? I'm coming back to the phone line. 020-127-7093. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Marianne.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Chief Malik.
Marianne, you don't read finally. The service chiefs are going nowhere. We have changed how many? Did it change the war? Did it change the criminal entry in Nigeria? As long as the government continue with their business, making money out of people dying in Nigeria, the service chiefs goes nowhere. For Dati Mohammed, for what he said, my problem is that they go see by vote. I know how vulnerable Nigeria are. Share 1,000 today, they support you. They don't care, they will die for hunger for 4 years. The people are ready for better government and good governance in Nigeria. They know what to do. The people are the problem, not the politicians. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Malik, for calling. Thank you for calling. Let me read some messages on Facebook. I'm going to come back to the phone lines. Shelton Shem here says, good afternoon, the crew. I'm following you live on Facebook from Nasarawa State, Wamba local government area. What I have to say is that 2027 is far away for now. What we should be focusing on is the insecurity situation in the country right now, and who to support or not. Shelton, I think I agree with you, sir, because we've got a lot on our plate and we're thinking about 2027. It's like a man whose house is on fire, but he's, not worried. He's worried about something else outside. Jimmo here on Facebook Live says, election remains 2 years to come and politicians are already disturbing us as if they're the owner of life. They're a bunch of criminals, looters, and shameless, disgraceful, he says. Wow, you have a lot of unsavory words for these guys. Joshua Olalekon here says, good afternoon, Nigerian, for watching from the United Kingdom. Thank you. Bartholomew Sam here says, Nigeria is on a long ride. APC came to power the country. I'm sure you mean APC's come to power, and the country has been on a decline. For example, there was rail track in Kafanchang, but as of today, the railway is not working across the country. Only in the cities, the iron rod used by the rail to travel upon has been removed and stolen away. Jimmy Lomax says, instead of concentrating on governance, they're busy discussing politics. The country is a failed state, he says. AB from Badagry here says, Northerners are kingmakers. In other words, I'm laughing because Baba Ahmed omitted INEC and the judiciary in his argument. The real kingmakers, he says, that's INEC and the judiciary. On Pope Francis, he will be fondly remembered as a pope of the poor and the neglected. Though controversial in certain areas, the service chiefs are deeply involved in politics, and that's the problem. I don't know if I agree with you. The service chiefs are political, maybe, but are they the problem? Because if you were to talk to someone who's actually in the let's say in the core north, let's say someone in Borno, someone whose family has been wiped out in broad daylight in Plateau or Benue or Katsina. I don't know if that's going to be the same thing, because you see, we started it, and I think we plus the media, to give them names: farmer header clashes, armed men, unknown gunmen. We called them bandits. Boko Haram was Boko Haram, but we kept calling it names as opposed to calling it what it was, and now what it is. And that's why I'm saying that we're going to have that conversation tomorrow. I'm getting someone who's been a victim in Plateau. I think he is of the Bar Association in Plateau State. He's also one of those who have been in the forefront of pushing for the right nomenclature in addressing the situation in the Middle Belt. So this is a conversation that must be had. Don't forget, the Taraba lawmaker said, what is at the core of the killings is a hate message that has continuously been spread from a religious aspect. Also, there is the land grab aspect, where people have hidden under the guise of, we're this people, or we're Fulanese and blah, blah, blah. And they're grabbing land so that they could dig the gold from underneath the people, send the people away, and take over the land. But then I ask, how can people take over land in a country where there's a government? So there's a lot to unpack. But then we just pick and choose which is convenient for us to just, fly under the radar for the time being. But look where that has brought us. For how long are we going to keep doing that? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, Miriam.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
You have Mr. Mba.
Mr. Mba, go ahead, please.
So what I'm saying is this: those area, Plateau, Benue, and all those places which they are being massacre people, not even killing, do they not have representative? Have time never reached for them to walk away with all those things we are seeing in those places for the pains of their people whom they are representing? If it is somebody like me, Mr. Mba, are in that house or in that Senate, and I've been seeing this massacre happening in the Senate, I will walk away by anger, demonstrating my anger. What is necessary that I'm there, speaking to my people? My people are being massacred.
Mr. Mba, but you are not a Senate, are you?
They should, hold on, Miriam, if actually they are there for the benefit of those people, I'm telling you, you will see them demonstrate their anger, because it doesn't happen only today. It has been happening for the years.
What you are saying, you already have the answer to the thing that you see. You obviously have said in the same verse that these people are not there for us. So
then why are we voting them every year? Which means let us spread our election.
Did you vote for the person who's your Senate representative in your constituency or your senatorial?
Marian, as it was now.
No, sorry, sir. I'm asking a serious question. Did you vote for the person?
Why should I vote them? They are there for their pocket.
So you didn't vote for them.
So let us hold our votes and discuss our future.
Okay.
So that we will come together as we come in essence and stop those crooks, those rogues that call themselves Senate or that call themselves presidency or whatever they call themselves.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mba, for calling.
Let's see how they will get there.
Thank you for calling. I do appreciate it. Asked and answered. Hello.
Said I should try my luck. I have.
You see, what a man can do, a woman can do 10 times better. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, clap for me, Joe.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Happy Easter, man.
Same to you.
Mr. Mba, just like you said, they are not there for us. So how will you tell a senator that is earning juicy packages to walk away? They won't walk away because they don't really care about us. That is just the truth. Now, what do they call him? That's Ahmed. That Baba, Abi, the other one. Not the brother now, the other one. Both of them, anyway, they've made salient points. But the truth is it the people that have been deciding the people that come into power? Certainly not Miriam. It is the INEC, the judiciary that endorses all these things. And I beg to differ with his opinion. What he has said is correct. But if APC engages in gross rigging and gross chasing away of people the way they did in 2023, we will have the same repeat of what happened last time, this same time. So whatever is being said, everybody, LPO, PDPO, everybody now, we have to go aggressive. I'm not promoting violence. So
no violence, please.
Play out this time around because Nigeria will no longer rest on their own. And that's just the gospel truth, Miriam.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. I like it when I see a little bit of enthusiasm and, people just hoping upon hope. But the last time that they said people should come out, but how many of you went out? Why not hungry? Maybe a few of you are hungry, but you're not ready, are you? This one's from Chris. He's listening from Accra. Hello, Chris. I tell you he says, meanwhile, okay, let me see. He says, rest in peace to the Pope. Lesson to our leaders in Nigeria. The papacy have kept Catholics in the world updated on the Pope's illness, hospital visits, conditions of, and now deaths, unlike ours, that no one knows it or says anything other than phantom working visits and retreat, etc. Chris, how's your Easter going? This one here says, I'm beginning to feel that all other radio frequencies. Unfortunately, I'd like to tell you something. So what's happening is in the purview of the NBC. We can't go and yank off another station that's crossing ours. That's in the purview of the NBC. The NBC gives those licenses, and those signals that hit that are crossing us is the job of the NBC. Other than calling us to say that we should not play these guys, so that's the job of the NBC. That's the NBC's job. So our engineers can do what they can to see, how they can make sure that our signals are clearer, but we cannot deal with the fact that a station is crossing ours. That's the job of the NBC. Just so you know, because you're saying that you're beginning to feel that we're doing it intentionally to drive traffic to our app and other social media handles. That's not what we're doing. I don't think that I would want to listen to Nigeria Info and it's crossing. But I listen to Nigeria Info on my radio. I don't feel the cross. So I guess that it's where you are. But I think that something will be done soon because we're reporting to everyone who needs to do something about it. Okay, and I'm guessing the NBC will look into this. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. For me, the service chiefs are not the problem. The current insecurity in the country, they're not the problem for the current insecurity in the country, but the political will, I'm sure, from stakeholders to curb insecurity. Safianu from Kano, how are you? This one here says, I don't know why we're ranting here in the South because of what Akim Baba said. We all know that when it comes to elections, the North takes it seriously as if their life depends on it, which is why they get millions of votes in so many states. But the South here, youth will go and play football instead of going out to vote. Ojo Yusuf, thank you. We have to go on a quick break. When we come back, I've got about 3 more minutes to wrap things up here. Stay with us.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.